tell you, there is so much going on this morning, Congressman. President Trump is expected today to announce a new immigration plan, as you know, establishing a visa system, giving skills, education, and job offers high priority. This as the Department of Homeland Security is requesting U.S. troops build tents to house over 7,000 migrants detained at the southern border. We have a new Fox News poll shows 51% of voters disapprove of the president's handling of border security, 46% approve, which is incredible to me. We went to the border, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, and it was stunning what we saw in terms of the children being put in these tough situations, coming over the border alone or with people who are actually not their family. Do you think an immigration reform bill can pass?
I believe it can. But really what we have to do first, and thank you for going to the border. I wish everyone would actually see that. I've been to the border even with the president. We have loopholes down there that we need to change to fix it. It is a major crisis. Even the New York Times realized the crisis, what's happening. Just last month, more than 100,000 individuals illegally moved. Those are only the individuals that we caught. But what's happening, it's our own laws that is an attraction to make this happen. And we've got to be able to change that. The only people who believe there's not a crisis on this border are the Democrats over in that building.
Yeah.
They won't take any action. And they're in the majority. They are the individuals we need to make sure we can fix this problem.
But that's the thing. I mean, they don't want to give the president a win. You don't hear anyone talking about it. So how could we actually get anything done? You said USMCA is probably stalled until Nancy Pelosi decides to bring it to the floor. You've got immigration here. We don't see any activity there. What's your plan to get things done?
You know, the challenge here is Democrats are more interested in subpoenas than solutions.
Yes.
That's a problem that we have. But if you watch what Republicans are doing, we have a plan to fix the loopholes. Doug Collins put it out. He's the ranker in Judiciary Committee. It's an easy fix. Keep families together. Close the asylum loophole, attracting individuals to come as well. Because what's happening is the cartel is winning on the border. Because while they're making all of our border patrol go find these individuals walking through, they're running drugs on the other side.
Yeah.
And they're making a fortune down there on both sides.
And that's what I saw as well at the border, because basically what the Border Patrol guys were telling me was when you want to cross the border, first you have to pass the drug lords. And they're saying, wait, we know where you're going. First you have to pay us.
Yes.
So it's a dangerous situation.
No, they're making tremendous amounts of money on this, and that's why they're continuing to track it and move it through. They put people in one section and run the drugs through the other, while the Border Patrol's over taking care of the individuals.
So is there any likelihood that anything major gets done this year, given the fact that we're talking about subpoenas over solutions and the Dems are in charge and in the majority?
Well, if you look at their current leadership, I don't see that they're trying to do anything in that process. But Republicans are willing to work with anyone who wants to make that happen. And we won't sit back. So when they will not move a bill that passes the House with 77 votes, we'll go to a discharge petition. All we need are 21 Democrats. A fewer number of Democrats in the House than actually Democrats in the Senate who voted for it to sign a discharge petition, and we'll get that bill to the president's desk. If we could do USMCA, that would increase our economy, make us stronger, bring more jobs. It's not difficult to do. We'll continue to put pressure to try to bring that forward as well.
And we haven't even seen the denouncing of anti-Semitism.
Even when their own members say something that is so horrendous that they say they're going to do a resolution against it, at the end of the day they can't.
Yeah.
That really goes to the point, who is the Speaker of the House today? Is it one of the new freshmen? Or is it Speaker Pelosi? Because right now it's in doubt and it's in question.
I know that when one of your colleagues said something dumb, you took them off all committees.
We took action right away. We show that we're willing to stand up and make a difference inside that building.
Yeah.
Democrats will allow this behavior to continue. And what's most concerning to me, not only they're allowing it today, last week they defended it.
Congressman, it's good to see you.
I know
you've got a lot on your plate. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Congressman Kevin McCarthy joining us.